For the first time in decades, the role of HR technology is at a tipping point. Can you feel it? Our guest today does, and will tell you what it means for you. Welcome to Firing Line. I'm Bob Jeline, standing in today for Bill Kutik. And we're delighted to welcome back to this show a repeat guest, Jason Averbook. Jason has a new strategy consulting company called Leapgen, and it follows the success of his first company, Knowledge Infusion. And if that's not enough, he has a second book coming out called A Guide to Digital Workforce Experience, Leap for a Purpose. As one of our industry's top 2 thought leaders and influencers in HCM, he spends most of his time talking with baffled CHROs about what's new, what's hot, and what's not. And when he's not doing that, he's addressing conferences on a global basis. Jason, so glad to welcome you back to Firing Line.
It's great to be here.
You know, Jason, we both know HR departments break out the champagne to celebrate their new system go live dates, but you want it called, you're insisting that this be called something called Go Begin. What are you talking about?
You know, forever we've been focusing on the go live, which is just getting us to that starting point in my mind. We've had our best people focused on this. We've spent a lot of time and a lot of money getting to that go live date. But what's really important is after we're live, how do we sustain? How do we actually start to get the value from the systems that were put in place, the processes we've put in place, and how do we continuously innovate? Because people don't want the same thing every single time. Every time they go visit the app, they want something new. So really, when we think about Go Begin, that's when I start to get the value. That's when I start measuring, and that's truly when the workforce sees the value of all of my efforts. So don't take the good people off the project, keep the good people on the project, put more good people on the project, and continue to drive innovation.
Well, speaking of projects, there's a process that's been going on for years. It's called digital transformations. Familiar term, but the question is, how is that any different from the automation of new processes with new technology? It's something HR has been doing again for years. So is this a distinction without a difference?
You know, what's really important to understand about the question that you ask is there's a big difference between digital and technology. Digital is a mindset. It's an understanding of the empathy of the people that are affected. It's a reimagination of the processes, and it's the technology. The technology alone is just the technology. So from DOS, Windows, client server, internet, all we've been doing is automating processes, putting our old stuff online. In the world of digital, we're really changing minds, we're really reimagining our processes, and we're really changing the people that are touching these. And if we do it right, we're going to break the silos down within HR, and we're going to give HR data, the data and the information it finally needs to not just answer questions, but most importantly, to solve problems.
All right, so at the top of this show, we teased tipping point, holy grail. Is that what you're talking about now? Getting to this brave new world of relevant data, better processes. Are we really there?
We're there. We're there we're there, but it's our job to continue the process to get us there, to get us over the finish line. So we finally have people in the workforce who are using technology today that's better than what we give them. We finally have processes that can be reimagined to drive new value, not just do it the way we've always done it in the past. And we finally have technology that can truly focus on the workforce experience, not on the experience for the HR department. So the tipping point is we finally are at the point where HR technology is now the intravenous that goes directly from the people function to each individual worker in a personalized, relevant, channel-sensitive way with empathy built into it. If we do that, we've changed the game when it comes to HR technology forever into one that's much more focused on driving workforce experience and productivity that will help HR, as I said earlier.
Well, it sounds to me like that is the definition of the workplace of tomorrow.
It definitely is. It's the future of work. It's the workplace of tomorrow. And for most of the people in HR, it's a huge mindset shift that the tipping point is now to go over the edge.
Timeline. Theory now, in practice, widely accepted. Help me.
In the next 2 years, every organization is going to look at themselves in the mirror and say, a digital HR or people strategy is just the same as having an electricity strategy. It's going to be a requirement. Where we're at today is probably in the top first 5% there, 95% coming. But over the next 2 years, by the time we get to 2020, we're going to have a clear vision as to what digital means for the people function.
Well, Jason, enlightening as always, and thank you for coming. Mostly thank you for pushing this industry forward in the way you do all the time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Right. Don't miss next month's episode of Firing Line. Just click on the red subscribe box at the end. You'll get just one email notice when the program posts. And we'd like you to write your comments on this YouTube page, on our Facebook page, or send us an old-fashioned email to bill@kutik.com. That's his personal email. He does want to hear from you because we want to know what you think. Thank you for watching. I'm Bob Jolene, standing in for Bill Kutik. We'll see you next time.